The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Open. I'm your host, Rina Valentin, your Café con Leche, and we have a fantastic show lined up. And, here's a taste of what you can expect today. Leading off the show, we'll have some fun events from around the city that you should be checking out this weekend. And then we'll hear from the author of Loving the Skin You're In and get some empowering tips for women. After that, we've got some poetry from a past Open artist that you'll be sure to enjoy. And Bobby C Sports Roundup follows that. And the Open Artist Spotlight shines on a hip-hop group, Homegrown, right here in New York City. So stay tuned. All that is coming your way because now we are officially open. Good morning and welcome to Open. I'm Rina Valentin, and before we get into the show, we want to remind you that this is an interactive show, and you can visit us online by going to bronxnet.org, or you can tweet us at BronxNetTV, and that's with 2 T's, or you can tweet me personally at Rina Valentin. And you know, we are on Facebook, so feel free to write us some comments and, tell us maybe who you'd like to see on Open Friday, or even if there's maybe a topic or subject you'd like us to focus on. And maybe we'll actually collect the responses and review them during the show. However, we need to hear from you in order to do so. All right, so in the meantime, we've got some great activities for everyone to explore in our Open Weekend Preview. First up, the African Children's Choir makes its way to the Bronx. The 20 children that make up this choir come from Kenya and Uganda and have lost one or both parents to poverty, AIDS, or war. For more than 2 decades, the choir has been raising funds to look after the children and provide education. They've appeared on Good Morning America, The Tonight Show, and even on American Idol. Now that's happening this Saturday, February 2nd at 7 p.m. and that's at the Lehman Center for the Performing Arts on the campus of Lehman College, located at 250 Bedford Park Boulevard, West in the Bronx. And for more info and tickets, you can call 718-960-8833, or you can check them out by going to lehmancenter.org. Next up, a winter workspace. Vistas in Motion Low-Tech Animation. So, visitors gain insight into the winter workspace of artists such as Manuel Acevedo's creative process and explore the landscape. So Acevedo will also be discussing his work and methods of animation. The workshop is open to ages 12 and over when accompanied by an adult. However, space is limited, so you have to register online, okay? And that's happening on Sunday, this Sunday, February 3rd at 10 a.m. at 1 p.m. And for more details, you can go to wavehill.org, or you can call them at 718-549-3200, extension 305. And finally, 1040 Lounge at the Bronx Museum. That's right, join us for some drinks in the company of your neighbors to enjoy artist talks and performances presented by the Bronx Museum Community Advisory Council, featuring artists Alejandra Delfin and Laura Napier. That's happening Friday, February 8th, that's next Friday, from 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Bronx Museum of the Arts, and that is located at 1040 Grand Concourse in the Bronx. And for more information, you can go to bronxmuseum.org. And that is what we have for you today to explore in the BX, people. I personally really enjoy the First Fridays events at the Bronx Museum, and I also like that they're trying to get the borough like super interested in all aspects of the arts. Vince, Vince, are you an artist? You're an artist. I think we're all artists in our own right? Well, what made you get into the arts? What was the first thing that ever got you into the arts?
Well, happy Friday, Rena.
Yep, happy Friday.
Well, I would say that we all are artists in a sense. Like I said, I do rap. So that is a form of art. What really got me into art?
It is a form of art.
Yeah, of course.
It's a creative process.
I like creating music.
Perform,
it's great.
and you create music.
My first love for art, though, was cartoons. I used to draw a lot when I was a little kid.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, you see, you never know about people. A lot of people don't know that I actually, I originate from hip hop. That's number one. I mentioned it in the Rena Gasoline episode last week, but I actually come from the Sugar Hill Gang. Like I was.
Oh snap!
When I was growing up, that was like the first hip hop song ever to come out.
Right.
So I was there with the big page, memorizing all the lines. However, what I was going to say is that a lot of people don't know that I'm a performance artist first and foremost.
Right.
So my first love is art, people. I love art in all genres because, whether it's visual arts, whether it's performance arts, whether it's musical art, whether it's installation arts, whether it's, written literacy, it's just the process of creation. They all feed each other.
This is true.
And I'd like to think that we're creating art here on the show as well.
This is right.
Showcasing artists.
People got to remember, Rena is a beast in the theater.
Oh, dang.
She's a beast.
I like that, right? 'Cause beast is a good word, right?
Yes.
I got to get down with the ebonics of today.
And also, it's really important for kids to embrace art because people got to be creative when they grow up. That's how we get the best ideas.
Yeah. No, it's good. No, you enlightened me with the. Well, I know Beast has been used for a while now, right? Because the other thing is I used to teach theater to middle school. Okay. So I actually was an artistic director for the Children's Aid Society before I had Charm. And they used to use the term beast. You be beast
in a good way, though.
They used to go, you be beastie, Miss Rita.
You were opening their minds. They weren't getting it.
Yeah. So I'm feeling it. I'm like, oh yeah, I know that word. But really, all this to say that art is truly an important process of our existence.
Yes, it is definitely.
Yes, and here's to your rapping, right?
Word up.
And here's to me still performing in the arts.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Vince. All right. So right now, we're actually, we're going to get a preview of the next episode of Rena Gets Lean. And when we return, we'll empower your minds with Andrea Amador's The Juicy Woman. So stay tuned. Going for the grand finale with my two big balls. Okay, here we go. Yay! Ta-da! Thank you.
a nice day.
You too.
Thanks.
If only child abuse were this easy to recognize. If you even suspect abuse, call 1-800-4-A-CHILD. All calls are anonymous and confidential. Trust your instincts.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Hello, welcome back to Open. Rina Valentin here. Thanks for staying with us. Andrea Amador. Woo, she has spent her life helping women overcome the negative thoughts that our society feeds women every day. Her book, Loving the Skin You're In, contains just some of the secrets she has come across over the years. And to give us more details, we welcome Andrea Amador to the show. Hello, hello.
Hi, Rina. I'm so excited to be here.
We are so excited to have you here. And before we actually get into the book, let's just share with everyone the background, your background with well, the certifications you have. You are like super certified. I mean, that's like a show in itself.
Yeah, I'm a certified empowerment coach, a master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming and Ericksonian hypnosis, and I've got a PhD in hard knocks, so yeah.
I like that. I like that. I like that. So, having studied all of these components, obviously it all kind of leads towards the same thing, which is self-development, right?
Yeah.
What did you go through in your past that led you in that path, to that path?
Well, I come from a background of being abused, sexually abused, the whole nine. And it really is, it's something that makes you go within and it makes you hide. There are two ways of going, but my particular way was to hide, and I hid out with food. So I built a wall around me with fat, and I tried to eat as much as possible so that I would turn off any guy whatsoever, but didn't work out. So I ended up hating myself in the interim, and many times that's what happens with people who have been through tough times.
That's very interesting that you actually, it's the psychological component.
Yeah.
So you're like, I ate a lot so that I became unattractive, so that I wasn't attractive to anybody.
Exactly.
And it still didn't work.
That's right.
Because somebody
That's
saw
right.
you interviewing.
Yeah.
That's
the only one that was
what's up.
Yeah.
So, however, it took something for you to get to that place of even seeing that. So just share with us, in a brief way, what that journey was.
This is the most exciting thing, is that I never realized how powerful we are as people. I mean, it's like we don't have an owner's manual to our brain, but we can do so many things by changing the way that we think. And you can't change the way you think until you change the way you feel. We don't know it, but our bodies are made up of electricity. So when you tap into electrical channels in your body, you can bust through blocks that you have.
It's very interesting that you're referencing electrical channels, as you observed my posture, as you shared with me in just a moment that I had in holding my hand and referring to it as a calming point.
Yes.
Can you just share a little bit about that?
Absolutely. The latest research shows that when you touch certain acupressure points, they're natural comfort spots on the body that we do automatically, like different kinds of things that we do to touch ourselves to self-calm. The latest research shows that pairs whatever thought it is that you have in your head with a calming signal to the brain to calm down. It's going to be okay.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting. So, obviously, we can go on and on and on about this. However, I really want to share with everyone the fact that you've actually share this on a blog called the Juicy Woman, right?
The Juicy Woman blog, yes.
And you also have a book that you came out with called Loving the Skin You're In.
Yes.
Now, is Loving the Skin You're In geared towards, overweight individuals, or is it just poisons that we live with in our heads?
Oh my gosh. Well, my inclination was, because I struggled so much being a chunky, woman, my thing was my body, but it's such a broad brushstroke. You can take it to sexual orientation, you could take it to race, anything. It's about loving who you are, making peace with your past, and rocking forward.
That's what's up, rocking.
Rockin'.
You sent me that vibration. I'm like, yeah, let's rock, let's rock, let's rock. So now that we're gonna rock forward, it's just I want to share with everyone how just because we're tapping into a particular topic doesn't mean that it doesn't necessarily apply to them, right?
No,
if you're
absolutely
watching,
not.
that is because this is all about transformation, and we're in the beginning of the year. And I think in the beginning of the year, we all tend to go inside and internalize whatever it is that we want to work out that hasn't worked out, and then there's this place that we get to where we just kind of just surrender and give up.
Yes.
And that's what this book is actually here to overcome.
Yes. Yes.
So just give everybody a little synopsis.
Absolutely. We've got all these old tapes in our head. I mean, we are the most highest quality computer ever, and we've got all these old programs. Oh, like you're the fat and ugly kid, or nobody ever listens to me, or whatever it is.
Or you can't sing, or you can't dance.
Thank
you.
you.
Your voice sounds this, or you're too short.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
That's that inner voice, honey.
Yeah.
That's
You'll
that
never
voice
amount to anything. All that. So what we need to do is we need to reprogram. Like a DJ, just pull up a fresh mix.
Nice. And it's so interesting that really, again, that we're actually closing out the month of January, still empowering you guys to understand that we're in the beginning of the year, right?
Yes.
And so here's another way of approaching whatever it is that you want to accomplish, really, because it starts with your own belief system.
It does.
And basically what we were just addressing is there's a self-limiting belief that actually we create ourselves through our upbringing.
Right. So that means we're walking around with a lot of people's opinions of us in our heads.
Right.
And we're buying into it.
Right. So let's just show everybody the book that we're talking about. Loving the Skin You're In.
Loving the skin you're in.
We're loving having you here, and
Thank you.
it's so great that we can go back and forth like this because, she's here to actually empower, and obviously she enjoys helping people get to the next place,
I do.
right? And just share a little bit about, adversity and the role that it can play. It can either get you this way, take you this way, or take you that way.
It can take you two ways. It can take you all the way down where you're just, you're just stuck and you're feeling sorry for yourself and you're feeling the pain. Or at some point you say, that's it, I've had enough, no more, I'm ready for something else.
And so what has your experience been in exercising your own structure? I guess you have your own system, right? Because I think we all need to design our own system that works for us. We go and we do workshops and everything to learn tools or read books to learn tools, but then you have to apply it to yourself. And the truth is we're human being and it still creeps up.
Yes, I've always been a passionate learner. I was lucky at 11 years old. My dad brought me into this personal growth development through Silva Mind Control. But the thing is, because I had a lot of history of going on, like the chatter, the negative abuse, all that sort of stuff, I was pumping the gas and also hitting the brake at the same time. So it wasn't working. So now I know how to hit the brake. Hit the gas. Hit the gas.
Yeah, we're not hitting the brake. We're moving forward.
But I know how to hit the brake real good
when it's necessary.
Yes,
absolutely,
yes.
And that's what it's all about. Because again, it's whatever works for each individual. So, what would you like people to leave here with, based on just the discussion that we've had?
Step by step, baby. That's the way to empower. And every time you go backward, don't think of it as going backward. It's part of the process. So that's the only way you can take a running jump, running leap, is to go backward.
That's interesting. And the term that we would use, that I use in my cipher is, you can't have a breakthrough without having a breakdown. It's the same thing. It's the same philosophy. So, we're really excited to have you here, and thank you so much. And Loving the Skin You're In can be found online. Where can people find the book?
TheJuicyWoman.com.
Oh, JuicyWoman.com, and it's actually a blog. So what can people look forward to in reading the blog as well? Oh
my gosh, I've been keeping the blog since 2004, so it's my whole journey.
Your whole journey?
My whole journey.
It was eating and
everything.
Psychological and all the training, because this woman is like super trained. You're like Superwoman. Thank you so much for being here with us,
Thank
Andrea.
you.
All right, once again, for more Andrea Amador, you can check out her website at juicywoman.com and read more in her book, Loving the Skin You're In. And of course, you can check out her blog, the Juicy Woman blog. And we'll be right back with A Lyric and her chapbook here on Open.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family. Ooh. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Coming home can be hard if you're a veteran of Iraq or Afghanistan. You may feel like you're all alone. But you're not alone. At IAVA.org, your fellow vets are all around you. Join our free online community, get the resources you need, and connect to other vets who know where you're coming from. IAVA.org. We've got your back.
Hello, welcome back to Open. Our next guest, A Lyric, first graced our Open Artist stages almost a year ago, and now she's back with Fairy Tales Don't Exist, her second poetry book. Please welcome to the set, A Lyric.
Hi, Nina.
Hello.
I'm so happy to be here.
We're happy to have you here. You know, it's always exciting for us to actually follow an artist's development. And while this is your second book, you know, you came, you did a performance, you rocked it, and we're just really excited to actually be this space to showcase your new development. And the Bronx Museum is rocking too, I might add, because they're actually doing your book release. So
yes,
this is hot, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You know, the last time you came here and you did your performance, it was geared towards social justice, and obviously, you know, yes, there's this component to like, hey, become aware, right? Mm-hmm. And I know a little bit about your book, and so we just had this woman prior to you,
yes.
Andrea, who is actually, you know, geared her life journey towards self-development for other people. Mm-hmm. And interesting enough, your book actually has that component as well in self-reflection. Mm-hmm. So
absolutely,
the floor is yours. Share with us. I just wanted to share that segue because it's like, wow, how interesting.
Yeah.
February 1st, however, we're closing out January. It's getting everybody prepped.
Absolutely.
So
well, Fairy Tales Don't Exist is my second chapbook, like you said, and it's really about self-reflection, it's about women empowerment, and it's about universal love. Like, that's a theme that runs through my music. It's a theme that runs through my writing. So, and it deals with so many different things. Like in regards to women, there's a poem about it's called "Do Not Resuscitate," and it's about domestic violence. There's also a poem about 9/11. So it deals with a lot of different things and just empowering us and just for people to have just more love for each other.
You know, it's so important to say that, because it's interesting, first of all, that you are writing in a documentary fashion, right? Because these are our times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm saddened that we have to document 9/11, but it's a certain time of our life.
Mm-hmm.
And so as time continues passing, you're able to share it from, you know, being in that moment of experiencing and what you got from it.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a lot that happens when there's a lot of tragedy and just travesty and just malice going on in the world, you know, and how do you transform it?
Well, one of the things I wanted to do with the book was a lot of times we try to escape and get away from these things that are happening in the world, but even though we try to get away from it, you always have to come back and deal with it regardless. So that's one of the things that the book focuses on, is embracing it and finding the good in those moments and supporting each other through all of these things that we have to deal with, so that they're not as hard to deal with as opposed to when we try to run away from it and still have to come back and deal with them anyway.
Right.
So,
like there is no covering up.
There's no fairy tale.
There is no fairy tale, because you have to come back to it. You can brush it away or you can sweep it under the carpet, but it's still there.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a matter of fact, it's there collecting dust.
Exactly.
And building bigger and bigger and bigger. And so you found a great outlet, right? You write. And congratulations on publishing your second book. And you know, if you don't mind, I would really love if you could read something from your book.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And your choice, of course.
Okay. Well, one piece I was thinking of is it's called BBG, and it stands for Beautiful Black Girl. So I'll do that one.
Well, you know what? It's appropriate in honor of African American History Month.
Yes,
February 1st, people kicks off today.
So I'll recite it.
Okay, so let's just give it up for A Lyric, who's going to be reciting a piece from her book, Fairy Tales Don't Exist.
You are not who they tell you are. Yaki black number 219, hands flapping as Japanese fans, patting your head aggressive. You're not what they tell you are. Muscle tissue filled backside exploiting mind, self-esteem dies in long mirrors with backs flat as planes, pump fat to be attractive. You're not your grandmother who never left the Bronx to visit another borough. States were off limits and foreign country, as she put it, have diseases. Telling her grandchildren home, now home, baby, is where the heart is. You are not without dreams bigger than those neighborhood blocks keeping you hostage. News programs show aerial views and you watch to catch a glimpse of unknown places. What they tell you is you're ignorant. And education prohibits growth. Money for acrylic nails and clothes come from retail chains worn as career belts. Priorities mask and name brand living, leaving putures barren. They tell you in 1950s tongues that science and math is no place for beautiful black girls. Wondering where your place is, standing in... Oh, sorry.
Keep going. Standing in. Open the book.
Call for answers. Yes.
No, go. Oh, we were so there.
Yes,
we were so feeling this.
They tell you in 1950s tongue science and math is no place for beautiful black girls. Wondering where your place is. Crawling through condescending tones for answers. You are not too dark to be gorgeous without bleaching cream. And you are not light enough to be white because you are not. You are not a mistake. You are voices silenced before words were spoken. Needs ignored with cyclical language. Question the lack of investment in you and then make your own deposit. Abandoned pyramids no one wants to excavate because it's hard work getting to the core. The riches. The daughters of queens without a throne, Jews or land, fresh-faced recipients of God's revelation. Taught from young to have steel shoulders as earth is placed on them. Waiting in society's cesspool of image will climb out and dry off and realize that you are beautiful black girls, as you are.
Beautiful. I you know, my first instinct was to go like this because, you know, I know, that's a lot of words to memorize, and so I'm not excusing her, but that was a lot to memorize, and we, acknowledge that, and it's okay that, you got a little stuck there. Happy Black History Month, right?
Yes.
And just the empowerment to, the color of your skin. I guess skin is the theme for today, right? 'Cause it's the skin that you're in and the skin that you have, honey. Woo! That was hot. That was hot. Thank you, A-Lyric.
Thank you.
All right. So, obviously, your poems are pieces that are a part of you, right? Because if you're going to memorize it, and this is a new book that's being released, they're in your body somewhere. So, what inspires you to pick the theme?
Well, like I said, most of my work, it has a theme of universal love. And a lot of times I just take from what I see around me. And right now we're in a culture of reality and reality TV, and everyone's like focused on this like reality TV, and it's like a way to get away and a way to escape. But I feel like if you focus more on you and reflect on you and better yourself, it betters our reality as a whole.
It does.
For us as a people.
It does.
So,
You're absolutely right. It starts with you. It starts with us. It starts with you, and then it affects your environment.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because we are who we're surrounded by. So that's a beautiful thing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I sure did. I'm in awe today. And she gave us a little sneak peek of her book release, which is happening on next Friday. So
Wednesday.
I'm sorry.
Next Wednesday.
Excuse me. Sorry. Wednesday at the Bronx Museum, and that's February 6th. Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And if you could just share the details of the time and anything else you'd like to share with everyone.
Absolutely. So Wednesday, February 6th is my book release at the Bronx Museum. It's at 5:30, from 5:30 to 7:30. And I'll be sharing pieces from my book. And I'll also be performing songs from my album, which is called Your Ears Will Thank You Later, which I released last year, in the middle of last year. So it'll be a great show. It's free, so everyone can come out. It's going to be a great evening.
Well, thank you for coming on set and sharing with us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I always have a great time when I come.
Oh, we love having you on. So, congratulations on your second book. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fairy tales don't exist. A-Lyric's book release once again will be at the Bronx Museum of the Arts on February 6th, happening from 5 to 7:30 p.m. Please check out her music at ReverbNation.com/A-Lyric. After the break, Bobby C will be here with the Sports Roundup. Don't go anywhere.
Take my hand and start a brand new day, and together as one we'll start to see some change.
Underneath everything we are, underneath everything we do, we are all people, connected, interdependent, united. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
This is Bobby C. and our morning sports roundup takes us out to Madison Square Garden, where the Broadway Blue Shirts got back to work. Edged by a goal in Philadelphia last week by the Flyers, the New York Rangers returned the favor at the Garden Tuesday night, winning 2-1 in grand fashion. Here's our latest Rangers center ice. The Rangers enacted some revenge over the Flyers, and for the first time this early season have won back-to-back games. In the process, the Blue Shirts are now .500 at 3-3, bouncing back from an 0-2 start to the lockout-shortened season. Defenseman Michael Del Zotto provided an early lift, netting a quick score in the first. Rangers captain Ryan Callahan scored what turned out to be the eventual game-winning goal during a second-period power play, but then got hurt in the third during a post-whistle scrum.
It sucks when he's not out there, or if he can't be out there. Obviously, you know what he does, but you're trying to motivate yourself, kind of pick up the slack for guys that go down.
The Rangers aren't making any excuses, and that also goes for the loaded schedule. But the team is happy with the way things are coming together. especially with some more practice time under their belts.
Everybody's kind of in the same boat. You got to find your game as quick as you can, and if you don't, there's no excuse.
We got the momentum on our side. Fans got behind us. They were going crazy there, and us getting that power play, we knew. Nothing was said, but we knew in the back of our mind that this is a key moment in the game.
The Rangers may have won 3 of 4 overall, but Tortorella says the team has plenty of work to do. 2 goals were enough this time, with Henrik Lundqvist making 26 saves.
The past couple of games, we're getting much more movement out of it, and obviously we scored a big goal tonight.
The Blue Shirts have 1 game left on a 3-game homestand that ends Thursday night against Pittsburgh. Callahan earned his 200th point on that game-winning goal, but the shoulder injury suffered in the third period will keep him sidelined for 10 to 14 days. The Rangers dearly missed their captain on Thursday night at the Garden, falling for the second time this early season to foe and Stanley Cup favorite Pittsburgh. The Penguins topped the Blue Shirts 3-0. Tortorella said it was the worst the Rangers have played all year. We'll have more from him, his usual highly entertaining post-game rants, in our Monday morning sports roundup, which, of course, will be a special Super Bowl edition. More on the big game and the Big Easy later. Staying on the NHL ice, the Rangers will be in Tampa Bay Saturday night and back home in the tri-state area Tuesday for a matchup in Newark with the New Jersey Devils. Meanwhile, the Devils have struggled of late, losers of 3 straight. They will be in Pittsburgh next, and then on Sunday back home in the tri-state for a tilt with the New York Islanders on the island. The Isles had a big week on the ice. They defeated the Pens for the first time in a long time, winning 4-1 on Tuesday night. They then followed that with a 5-4 overtime win on Thursday in New Jersey. We shift gears from the NHL to the NBA, where the marquee matchup of the week takes us out to Brooklyn, where the Nets matched brilliance with the defending champion Miami Heat for the first 2 quarters on Wednesday, before LeBron James and Dwayne Wade had the final say in the third and fourth quarters. The two netted 20-plus apiece, with the third member of the Heatles, Chris Bosh, doing his part to sink the Nets. We go inside the locker room for more.
We're just disappointed in ourselves. We really let this one get away. We felt we were playing great ball up to about midway through the third quarter. And like I said, they got on a little run. We didn't really respond, and that was it.
We just shot ourselves in the foot offensively. We were running some good stuff. We had some looks, and we couldn't finish inside. And then when the bubble burst, the thing that we need to do a much better job on is we went bad on both ends.
I just thought that we was focused, and we wanted to win this ball game. And I thought in the third quarter we came out and made the adjustments that a good team makes. And I thought we focused a lot. We didn't turn the ball over. We got out in transition, and we executed in the half court.
Guys were motivated tonight, but we're trying to find a way to bring that energy every day. And I think recently we've been doing a better job of bringing it. We just have to sustain it sometimes. And, it's not an easy thing to do.
The Nets may have fallen short against the Heat, but Brooklyn has been on fire since P.J. Carlesimo took over. The Nets flashed the best mark in January and share the East's best record at 13-5 with Chicago since December 27th, when the Nets parted ways with Avery Johnson. We shall see who is playing better. Brooklyn will host Chicago tonight and then welcomes the L.A. Lakers, who are also surging of late, to the Barclays Center on Tuesday night. Congrats to Brook Lopez, now on the All-Star team with Rajon Rondo out for the season. He's done a great job this year for the Nets. The New York Knicks didn't have the same troubles on Wednesday night. After a competitive first half with the Orlando Magic, the Orange and Blue ran away with a 113-97 final as Carmelo Anthony scored 20 points to set a team record with his 30th straight 20-point game. The Knicks have won 2 straight and will be home tonight for Milwaukee, tomorrow for Sacramento, and Monday for Detroit as they wrap up their homestand at Madison Square Garden. Point guard Jason Kidd is expected back tonight after missing 1 game with a sore lower back. Time for some quick hitters from around